Yo, what's up? This is the Prof. I want to touch on something. Um, this isn't real difficult. It's really quite simple. But just because you can say that, just like along with the whole common sense thing, like just like Chuck D said, but when has common sense ever been, common? You can say stuff is simple, but it's like it is, and then again, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Based upon circumstances of who you're dealing with, the nature of the environment that a person was brought up in, and things of that matter. But what um I want to talk about now is, like I said, it's really quite simple. And what it has to do with is telling on yourself. A lot of times, man, you have people that will react to conversations and things that people be saying. I mean, to the point you got some people, they are so sick with it. They are so enthralled with, you know, the whole mental kind of interaction that they have with people or things being said at certain times. It trips you out how they really don't understand how they just be telling themselves. And what I'm getting at is when you have people that when things are mentioned, said, conversations, like I said, different topics or matters that get thrusted into the atmosphere, you have these people that always have to react or say something in accordance to what's being said and stuff. Now, truthfully, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. So you have to look at the person who's always compelled to have to basically do this all the time. Like I said, they're telling on themselves. If you sit up there and you might have a general conversation with somebody, or something gets said. Let's say the conversation is just like somebody might say, "Hey, I I don't like people who talk too much, who talk a lot, who just run their mouth, ramble on, talk, senselessly about nothing." All of a sudden, Joe Blow or dude over here, whoever the fuck it is, could be your cousin, relative, friend, or whatever. They always got to chime in on shit. Well, that's the reason why I don't talk a lot, because the thing is, when I do say something, I like to say something where it got so, and then they be like, when you ever see when people when they rambling and they just um throwing out there just to be doing it. The whole thing about it is it's so less validity in what the hell they're saying or what they're trying to say, to the point where they don't even know how to express themselves or say stuff, you know, uh, in accordance to them, like having something on their mind that they want to say, and they always be like, it's like they be what is the word? Like they systematically be when you I can't get a word right now, but when you supposed to be doing something, or you say you're gonna do something and you never do it, but you're always just rambling on saying you're gonna do something, whatever, but you never do it. Um, but anyway, it's like what they do is um, they'll be sitting up there and they'll be I don't and you like, yeah, spit it out. See, because they're BSing. You know what I'm saying? When I do say something, I like to say something that is substantial. Yeah, that's it. See, it's like the reason why it took you so long in that regard, you can kind of you know figure that what it is because they're BS. They're really BSing themselves. See what I'm saying? Because they're the ones that's saying the stuff that are trying to say what they're trying to get out. And they can't even bring it to mind to figure out what it is that they're trying to say, because it's kind of that's the BS that's within what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing about it is, hey, Joe Blow or whatever, nobody said you talk too much. Why the fuck are you? But and then if you said it, like you ever like see somebody do that and you say, oh no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this. Oh no, yeah, I understand. I just want to clarify and make sure and put that out there that I'm saying like, that's not me. But why the fuck do you need to do that? Why the hell is that important to you? I'm not God, so there's nothing for you to prove to me or make me understand anything and stuff like that. And even if I was God, or even if you was talking to God, God knows the truth anyway, so that still wouldn't do you no good. You gonna try to BS God? Jesus, I don't know what to say about somebody like that. But the whole thing about it, a lot of stuff, like it's like you got to watch conversations you have around people who act like that, cause they react to anything. If you sit up there and you say it could be, let's say it's a female, she's a regular, average sized female. She all right, basically like that. It could be some people conversating. They be like, man, I can't stand when women like just let themselves go and they just get so out of shape and overweight, and then they try to come up with all kind of excuses for why they look the way they do and everything, instead of like maintaining a healthy diet, going to the gym, or if not, at least like walking. You know what I'm saying? Consistently, to where they can maintain proper weight. It's always it'll be that female who will sit up there and say, well, first of all, the whole thing about it is the reason why I got so big was after I had my kids. I didn't used to be like it, but nobody was talking about. Now I'm just saying. But see, you always see them people. They always talking about they just saying, and they feel like they just want to get that out. But nobody was talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm just saying, no, but wait. I've seen situations where they just let me finish my story. They so compelled to. There's no judge here. There's no jury. Why you gotta say this, sir? Why is this so important? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like when you do that, you make people think like, no, really, what it is really the direct opposite of what you're saying, and that's why you feel so conscientious about yourself pertaining to the story that's being talked about that did not include you as the main character or any or you wasn't the topic of the subject in the first place, but you feel compelled to like I have to say something in regards to what you guys are saying. And then say, I didn't say you were talking about me. I'm just okay, so now you're saying what you're saying for no reason. You just said you don't say anything unless there was like some kind of true substance to what you were saying and a rational reason for why you would chime in and say something. You see what I'm saying? That's it. So people need to understand that, man. All you're doing is just telling on yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you do things like that, you know, it's just what did the police tell you? You had the right to remain silent. You don't have to tell on yourself. I mean, if the police rolled up on you, especially if you're black and Latino, and you're standing in the hood somewhere, damn where, and you're on the corner, and all of a sudden the police just roll up and say, "Hey, how you doing? What the hell do you look like?" Saying, "Look here, officer, I ain't selling any drugs. I'm just telling you, look, man, because I know how y'all look at officer. I didn't say you were selling any drugs. Yeah, but you know how you guys it, regardless of whether you want to bring up, you know, um, uh, the violence that police hand out towards minorities and stuff, the abuse of power that they have, and the storylines that you see every day in the news about the things that they be doing, the officer still is going to look at you because in a sense, it's like admission. He never said anything about you selling drugs, doing anything, and stuff like that. He pulls up on the corner. He sees a woman with a short mini skirt on, and she got a blouse open, and she's a heavy chested, large breasted woman. And so he just pulls up, and he gets out the car, and all of a sudden she just starts saying, "I'm not out here prostituting, so don't come up on me talking about what you doing out here." But okay, the officer could ask you what you doing out here. He's the officer of the law, and then you just offered up a reason he could be stopping you. Stop telling yourself.